Said it before, I'll say it again. If you are not being malicious towards someone because they are transgender, then you're not transphobic. And if you misgender someone because you're saying what you say, you're not being transphobic, you are saying what you say. Even if it's the fact of you saying what you say, knowing they're transgender, and you misgender them, it's still not transphobic. You're saying what you say. Hey Ellen, long time. Criminals once convicted shouldn't be allowed to change either until they've served their time. I agree. A woman I work with uses the disabled toilets. Being transgender, if you're transitioning from one to another, but most of these content creators aren't. Absolutely agree with that as well. I'm good, thank you, Ellen. How are you? Evening, Bev. I had to use the male loo today as someone in ladies and I was going to poo myself. We are here, listen. I am not against if a woman is desperate for the toilet and there's no one in the men's, just like, go in before anyone comes in, before anyone goes in. But, like, I wouldn't, like, openly say go and use the men's toilets, like, if there's men in there. But I'm not against a woman using the men's toilets if she's absolutely fucking desperate and going to piss herself or shit. I'm not against that. If it's an emergency, yeah. I just tagged you in the class, Michael Myers of Alphabet. Michael Myers, oh... I used to be fucking scared of Michael Myers. What an absolute wimp. I feel like I recognise your name, Sarah. I feel like we've been on a night out before, have we? Not just me and you, obviously. Are you with, used to be, or currently with Charlotte? I'm not going to say her full name, because obviously don't want to put people's names out there and that. Hey, Rach, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Christy, thank you for the love painting again. We're collecting, guys. We're collecting to try and get this podcast off the fucking ground or even start it. Because I said to Jessica, I was like, I have no idea what I'm fucking doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. So we have to start from the bottom and go up. So I've looked at these microphones that have, what's it called? Interface or something. Where you can get two microphones into one. And then it goes into your phone as, like, the camera. And I'm like, it's blowing me mind because I'm like, how people do this? But obviously when you know, don't you? I would love to watch your podcasts. I would love to do podcasts. I really, really would. And I know Jessica would. I don't know if anyone's noticed, Jessica's a little bit shy. I do believe I bring her out of her shell more. And I said to her the other day, I was like, I feel like these podcasts are going to be me just talking. And you kind of just going, yeah, because I'm the talker. Just discovered you and you speaking lots of sense. Thank you, Tracy. Did it get to you at the beginning when people sit talking to you instead of hey? It did, Lisa, because it can't not get to you when being trans early in transition. But you've got to look deeper than that. You've got to kind of go, look, people are saying what they see. So I didn't pull people up on it. Might have made me feel a bit shit, but I was like, I can't have a go at someone for misgendering me, for calling me what they're seeing. Do you still suffer from gender dysphoria as you wouldn't actually be a male as your chromosomes? Do I still suffer from gender dysphoria because of my biology? Is that what you mean? I don't think gender dysphoria ever really goes away. Because obviously we're still very aware of our biology. So it doesn't ever truly go away, I don't think. But it certainly gets a lot easier. You wouldn't outwardly think that I have any dysphoria anymore. I do. I'm very personal with my dysphoria. As much as I kind of say out loud about how it feels and stuff, I'm very personal with it. Like, I don't outwardly say I hate what I see and stuff. I don't outwardly say it, so I'm so sorry I've missed loads of comments here. Depends what topic we're talking about. Yeah. Are you a northerner? I am a northerner, yeah. Good and bad days. Yeah. My wife is over 10 years post-op and she hates to see some of the behaviour from some others. It's a mockery, isn't it? A mockery. Wouldn't even think he was trans. Good. That's the aim. I don't, outside of TikTok, obviously, I relate to myself as trans on TikTok because it's for the benefit of the conversation and things like that. But outside of TikTok, I don't relate to myself as trans, I'm just Toby, which is why I did a video not long ago, like saying no one else, barring me or someone I let do it, should be introducing me as Toby, the trans man, because that's not what I am. I'm just Toby. I'm just male, you know? I've done it. If that makes sense. You grow a better beard the most men I know. I don't think I do, mate. I don't know. Is gender dysphoria like any other Is gender dysphoria like any other psychological disorder, or have I got the wrong end of the stick? Gender dysphoria could probably be tied into a lot of things. Gender dysphoria is probably a mix, I would say, of like, obviously body dysmorphia, which anyone can suffer from body dysmorphia. Depression, which anyone can suffer from depression. I'm trying to think. Probably mainly a mix of them two, and then times that by 100 is the best way I can kind of put it. Beautiful disaster, thank you for the heart, me. We are collecting for the podcast. So I don't know if I worded that correct. No, that's fine. That sounded like I was minimal. No, I didn't take it like that. It's fine. As I am beginning my transition, do the male hormones make you gain loads of weight? They can make you gain weight. They want you to be below a certain weight to start the hormones because it makes you put weight on. Christy, thank you for another love painting. I tell you what, I'm already doing it. I was going to say I'm going to follow you back, but I'm already doing it. You're amazing. I love your honesty. It's a breath of fresh air keeping you. Thank you. Defective. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it does make you put weight on, but it's easily managed, I think. I often panic when someone tells you don't know the intent of them. Don't worry about it. Tell me, I told you the cards get 20, man. Been following forever. Well, thank you, Andy. Hey, Giggly Lou. How old were you when you realised you felt like you were not the gender born? I can't quite put an age on it. I can give you the age I was when I came out, but I always say to people, like, it's always when you're trans. I personally do feel like it's always in you somewhere, and that it needs the force behind it, like the driving force of like the courage and the bravery to kind of come out with it. But obviously, when you're a child, you're not going to know. When you're a child, you're not of a sound mind to know if you're just going through like a phase or anything like that. Like, I was a tomboy when I was younger, but that didn't mean I was trans just because I was a tomboy, you know? It didn't mean I felt like a man on the inside, even though I did back then. That didn't mean that's what it was. Like, there are plenty of like little girls who feel more masculine when they're younger. They grow up and they're like the girliest of girls, you know? Did you have a hysterectomy as part of your transition? I have not had a hysterectomy. Something that I should probably look into, but that is not because of it being part of my transition, but because I actually have, or used to more so, had like really bad problems with my stomach, with like polyps and cysts and lumps and stuff that shouldn't be there. I've said it before, but I actually had one of the worst experiences of my life when a lump was found on my uterus. So I had to have a biopsy that was horrendous. It was horrendous. Anyone who has had a biopsy taken from there, hats off to you. And I've been through myself, but hats off to you because it is awful. Not to mention, and I'm not taking away from obviously any woman or trans man who has had that done, but obviously it's maximised when the gender dysphoria sets in, because obviously the position will say that you have to get in for them to get the biopsy is not the pleasantest of positions for a trans man, we'll say. Hey CC, hello, Aisha, and evening, Lee Lou, is it? Karina, thank you for the heart, me. Oh. How are you? I'm good, thank you, Cece. How are you? It hurts, and how scary it is inside your own head, not to mention for a trans person. It really is. It wasn't so much pain, but the discomfort was horrendous. You know when you're like climbing up the fucking chair? So I love you, watching your videos, I agree with you on everything. Thank you, Aisha. Have we forgot Isla Bryson in relation to your new phone? Have we forgot Isla Bryson in relation to your new phone? Hey? Who? Hey? What? I'm lost. In relation to your new video. Who is that? What's your opinion on AB? I knew I was going to get asked that tonight. Idiots. Andy, thank you for the roses. Aisha, thank you for the heart, me. And Blue Rider, thank you for the tiny dining. Yeah, Elf Bar being back at CLA's. It's rage bait, it's clickbait, of course it is. The pair of them know that if they get together, everyone wants to watch it. I mean, I didn't. Like, I seen a little video come up and I was like, oh, fuck that, I'm not even watching. People will get bored of it. In fact, people already are. Recipe for Disaster, of course it is. How long is it going to be before something happens? Last time it was a few days. Although, obviously, when Elfbar and EQ were, like, hanging around, that was a while, that, wasn't it? Potato. They all look so uncomfortable. They always do. Every time they're together, they all look so uncomfortable. They don't ever... It's like Elfbar and the mother don't ever look like they even know what to say. CLA does all the talking. Of course it is. Of course it is. Tan Freight, thank you for the potato. I'm a silent watcher, but just want to say I love your videos and the common sense you talk. Thank you. I like to think I speak common sense. Well, I know I do anyway. CLA got big bills to pay, needs the gifts of money. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, it looks like they're on. Oh, there will be. Karina, thank you for the best team. So refreshing, thank you. I had with the trans polyamorous couple about using term cis, don't force it. And this is the thing, right? For anyone who wants to use the term cis for themselves, you are more than welcome to do that for yourself. You don't force it on other people. Do I even think it's a real thing? No, I don't. Do I use it? Absolutely not. But if you want to use it for yourself, you go ahead and do so. Just don't force it on other people. You know? You don't go around telling people what they want to be called when it's like a realistic thing. And it's made up. It's like, it's one of them things where it's like, oh, what can we call people who aren't transgender? Oh, I know, we'll use the medical term for what doctors or nurses may use for natural born men and women, and we'll just call everyone cis. And have you noticed as well, though, that it's all, the people who push it are always the people who don't need it or don't use it. Funny that, innit? I'm TS. And they told me I was wrong. I said the whole point of it is to get on with life, blend in. It really is. Did you mean trans when you put TS? Toby, your breath fresh air. Thank you. How's Jessica? She's in here. She's well, as far as I know. I think she's a bit bored today. Yes, yeah. When you have got genuine trans people The reason I say genuine trans people, what I mean by that is people who are transitioning from male to female or female to male. That is when you're trans. And those people don't want to use the term cis either. It's always the people who claim they're transgender, who aren't transgender, who want to push the prefix of cis. Thank goodness. Animal hasn't been on my For You page. Well, they will make a comeback because they're at CMAs. I'm getting ready to do a video. Need to get motivated today. Fair enough. Hi, live with Amber. Live with Amber? Are you asking me to go live with Amber? What's Amber on about, like? I think the main goal of it. This couple were on hormones, but sleeping with everyone. Very aggressive, if anyone disagreed. I don't like people that like that, though. Just talking about the green one, too. What about the CLA thing? Can I explain the rage Upper had brought me as someone who has autism? The lie about autism was ridiculous. So I love your videos for a bit. Well, thank you, Dad Gaz. Love the name. Dad Gaz 92. That's so, like, straight to the point, that name. Christy, thank you for the love painting. It's a bit feminine, this filler, isn't it? Not filler. Gift. Them gifts. Should we change it? Ash! Yeah, bro. Thank you for the best team. Let's change the goal to something else. What? What is this? I need to see that. I'm putting Lover's glasses up there. Not seen it before. Please tell me you saw the video. Yeah, I did. Well, I've seen a snippet of it, like a little bit, and then I just scrolled past. I was like, I ain't got time for that shit. That was fake ass bullshit. Lied about. Christy, thank you so much for the Lover's glasses. Did it put makeup on me? Or did it just make my eyes look like darker? Did it put makeup on me? I love how I've just said, this is a bit of a feminine filter. Boom. Not only did I look bong-eyed, but I look like I had makeup on. Great. Didn't see it froze. Oh. If anyone sends one again, look out for it. Sophie, thank you so much for the hand hats. Oh, actually, where are we up to on the gift gallery? If anyone sends 6 paper cranes in a row, all from one person, you become the gift. You become the title gifter of the paper cranes. Emily, thank you for the aura point. Sophie, thank you for the heart, me. I'm shit with people's names, mate. They don't. They both trigger. Did you put makeup on me? It just makes my eyes look darker. Oh, I think it just makes my eyes look darker, doesn't it? I take it back. Thank you, Gillian. And Lucy, thank you for the heart, me. They both trigger everyone in one way or another. People need to stop. Bah! That was a cool one, wasn't it? Because then you talk with flashing hearts in the lenses. That was a cool one. I like that one. Scottish Almond, thank you for the rainbow. Ingrid, thank you for the ICU. Love that. That's going up there. If I can find it, because I'm terrible at finding gifts. ICU. There it is. I'll tell you what, actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to... Because I'm trying to collect for the podcast, I'm going to say, if anyone sends a sweet memories, like I'm putting in the gift goal, if anyone sends a sweet memories, I'll follow you back. You're amazing. Thank you. Scottish Gentleman, thank you for the rainbow. Kurt Garage picture videos. Thank you, Matt. So by seeing your videos to their lives and attention. Yes, they have. He has, I should say. Although this was a while ago, and I've actually gotten blocked now because of how many of my videos are being taken down and stuff. Jane, thank you for the potato cap. It's me. That person doesn't need any time. Don't sit on your feet. Just move them out a bit. I've actually got my legs crossed, but I was sat on them a little bit. Christy, thank you so much for the sweet memories, but I'm already following you. Well, that's all right. Thank you so much for the sweet memories. Thank you. I am sweating tings, by the way. Sweating tings. I've actually got this hand fan here. Is that really loud for yours? With the false hoods of the spirit, sometimes I don't understand this. The false hoods. It's nice to see you live. Just had a terrible day. Oh, you're alright, Becky. Scottish Amwin, thank you for the football. That's lovely that I can turn it up. Ingrid, thank you for the hat and moustache. I can turn it up again. I have to like blow my hair. Look how thin my hair is. Do you still postcards get your money? I do every now and then. It's very difficult for anyone who follows me because of them. Because the videos get taken down like instantly or so easy. I have to be really careful what I say now. TikTok guidelines are ridiculous. It's literally a game. Even sometimes when I beep the words out as well. And I'm like, oh, seriously. Did I thank Ingrid for the hat and moustache? If I didn't, thank you. If I did, then I'm saying it again. Jane, thank you for the heart, me. So I realise with the crops and making videos, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I know. Ask if your scars healed from top surgery, are they still visible? All the love to you. I can show you my scars if you want to see them. Ordinarily, I don't like really just whack them out for anyone. But because it's obviously about my scars, I'm not very I'm very body conscious, especially about my tummy. But if people want to see my scars for, I suppose, educational purposes, then I can show you my scars. The issue I have, and some of you will know this, is that it's around here that I'm bothered about because they're left in like fatty tissue around here. So when I put my arms down, hang on. When I put my arm down, I get like a fold there. Look, you can see it. I get like a fold. It's really annoying. Oh my god, the whack it out made my belly laugh. Whack it out. Did I say whack it out? Oh, when I said I don't normally just whack them out. Anyone sends us sweet memories or equal to 500 coins, you'll get a follow back from me. I was going to say something that I can't even remember. I'm terrible at that. Absolutely terrible. If you feel comfortable, that would be great, but I don't want you to if you're not comfortable. I'm not like uncomfortable doing it. I'm more bothered about like my belly. I'll probably sit with my arms up like this so the fold don't show. Do the hormones you take affect hair loss? Absolutely. But it's because, not hair loss in general, it's because of male pattern baldness though. Because obviously if I didn't take testosterone, I wouldn't be male. So, because of the testosterone, it's the testosterone that causes the male pattern baldness. And I do have it in my family. You can't see it as much in this lighting, but I'm very thin on the top. You can see my scalp though, look. As opposed to... I mean, the sides are like really thick in the back. But then at the top, look, it's thin. It's thin. It's thin. I could just like kind of lift my belly up. Right, listen. I've got a very, very hairy belly. And I've got naturally curly hair. So it's all... But anyway. So. Oh, my hair's all over. Finish waiting 20 minutes. Yay, yay! May I ask, what do you find is the most frustrating thing other people do since transitioning? I've got to say, the most frustrating thing is people spreading misinformation. Sounds like a chimney's coming. So, I don't know if you can see because of the writing, but I'll move you down a little bit so you can see my fat belly. My scars go from here, round to here, and then it stops. There's a little gap here which you can't see, and then it goes round to the side. They're more visible on the side because of obviously the lack of hair. But as you can see, they're really faded. Really faded. One of me... It's not that it's smaller, it's because it's scarred on the outside. I can't really get close enough to show you because I'll probably get done. But it's like scarred a lot on the outside, whereas this one isn't. So... I don't plan on changing, ever. Thank you, Karen. How many years ago did you have it done? 8 years ago. 2016, 8 years ago. But as you can see, they are very faded. Without the hair covering them, they are very faded anyway. So, and that I haven't ever put like bio oil on them or anything to like fade the scars. They have just like faded through time. So, Lucy, thank you so much for the "You're amazing." I'm now following you back for that because that was a 500, that wasn't it? Hey up, babe. I'm just showing my scars. I'm not doing anything else, I promise. But as I say, round here it looks more prominent. Although the lighting's a bit pants, but round here looks more prominent because of the lack of hair, but it's still really faded. But if I put my arm down here like this, you can see like it folds there. Or not folds, I get like a fatty bit that like kind of there. And I think that they should have took out more tissue, look there, you see it? I don't like that, that's the worst thing for me. When I first came across your videos, I had no idea you were trans. Good. What's it like having a hairy belly? Sorry, I'm just nosy. I mean, it's just normal for me now. What tattoos do you have? I have a few. 15, I think. My hummingbird. I had this before my surgery, so the bottom of his tail got cut off. This is one I have matching with Jessica, my fiance. Well, I say matching, it's not matching because it's not the same, but it's a continuation one from the film Labyrinth. It's technically the song, but the David Bowie song. She's got It's Only Forever, and then I've got Not Long at All. I have zero clue you were trans. I literally have only recently found out. Well, that's good though, isn't it? Danielle, thank you so much for the "You're amazing." I'm following you back now. Yes, I am. Does testosterone stop menstrual cycles? It does, yes. Quicker for some than others, I will say. I'm not sure, like, don't hold me to this, but I'm not entirely sure if some trans men don't stop at all, or they just take like much longer. Incredible. Thank you, Funky Fairy. Can't even see your scars. A lot of people say that you can't see. I don't know if I can see them more because obviously I know they're there and I'm more cautious of them being seen. I feel like Jessica's probably the best person to ask about that. I'm terrified of needles, but just leave one in one. It's not like a need. I know it is needles, but it's a vibration that stings, pretty much. Or not really stings. How honest you are. Thank you. I pride myself on honesty. Videos. Go for it. Go for it. Thank you for showing me. You're amazing. Thank you. The videos I honestly didn't realise you were trans until I saw the missing 4 ones. Yeah, so like I said not long ago, I am outside of TikTok. I don't like introduce myself as like the trans man. I'm just Toby, the man. Or not even the man, just Toby. But I'm a man, obviously. I don't put out there that I'm trans, but I do on certain videos on TikTok for the sake of the conversation. I don't mind people knowing I'm trans, I don't care. It's who I am, I suppose. But just so you all know, I don't take offence to people going, oh my God, I didn't know you were trans. It's a compliment to me when people find out, because it means that not only my testosterone's doing its job, but it means that I have succeeded and got that far into my transition that people can't tell anymore. I can't write it due to... Could you possibly like misword it maybe? These cards are part of our history, they make us. I do actually say that they're my trophies. They are barely visible, can only notice when you point it out, and that's if you really look closely. You'll be able to see them more at the side, but I don't walk around with my arms up, so... Can't write it due to message limit. Could you put it like, just like in separate little bits maybe? Would never have known you. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all your kind words. So I hope you don't mind the question, will you be on tea for good then? Yeah, so this is like a whole life thing. You don't ever stop, because if you stop taking it, you will end up like reverting in some forms. I'm not entirely sure of what. I don't know whether like my facial hair would then get like really thin or if it would fall out or anything like that, my body hair as well. But there's a lot of things that come along with taking testosterone and estrogen, obviously the other way around, that people probably won't even think that changes. The most amazing blank. They look black on here. Oh no, they don't. If I get close enough, you can see. Your voice is so deep. When did it drop, if you don't mind me asking? Do you really think? I don't think it is me. I always think I sound like really high and like feminine, but I think that's just in my head. I'm just in my head there, aren't I? I couldn't pinpoint when it dropped. Like when it did start to drop, I went through a stage where my voice was breaking, something chronic. Every other Sunday I was like, oh, I'll be like that all the time. But it is literally taking testosterone is going through puberty for a second time. That's literally, but worse. I actually broke out in really quite bad acne around where my face. Luckily, it didn't scar. Or I don't think it did. I may have a few scars underneath, but I don't think I do. I say really bad. I mean, well, it's probably mild compared to like some cases. But for me, it was really bad acne. It was painful, it was sore, it was like inflamed and stuff. But it was just where my hair was coming in. Can't transition due to personal reasons. I can't because I live with my parents, but I have gone... I'm guessing that was part one. It's the day, but think you missed it. My son got his first hospital appointment after 5 years of waiting. That is absolutely amazing news. Absolutely. And I hope your son gets through that as quick and swiftly and positively as possible. through a full social transition. So, are you saying that you've gone through a social transition but you haven't started transitioning? Is that what you're saying? Oh, but thank you for being so open about your journey, your bloody years. Thank you, Soph. Due to my parents. Well, do you want to transition? Do you want to medically transition? To be transgender? Do you want to do that? Stop clicking. It's my thing. Sorry. Shit. I've dropped on the floor now anyway. Yes, 1000%. So, can I ask how old you are? Because you say because of your parents, does that mean that you're under the age of being able to make that decision like yourself? You held us. Don't know if you remember listening to you made me understand more. I get messages a lot, so I do apologise about names and stuff. But I'm glad that I did help, though, because that is what I want to do for people who need or want my help, or even just like as a let out. I get a lot of messages actually from parents of young or like teenagers, like trans teenagers that have got, asking my advice on how to like deal with certain things and stuff. I never understood other people, but I have started to know with your help. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. 19. Carissa, are you UK based? Because I'm not sure about. The only reason I ask is because I'm not sure of like kind of outside the UK what all like the regulations and stuff are. What happened to your daughter's last hair bubble from 2021? It was probably gone within an hour. Yes. So I'm going to be like, I don't want to come across as if I'm being like brutal because I don't ever want, but I have to obviously just speak how I see it and what I would think to do. What I've been through, like I was 19 when I came out and my mum wasn't on board with it back then. I didn't have any support. So I am now going to obviously give you advice on what I think you need to do. Obviously, don't take this as gospel. It's your life, your decisions and stuff like that. You need to do what you want to do and what is best for you because it will catch up with you if you don't. I appreciate it's hard, especially when you live with your parents. But if this is something that you want, it's not, as a trans person, it's not just a want, it's a need. I need to do this for me because if I don't, it's going to have detrimental effects on me as I get older. Your parents need to realise at some point, in whatever way that they are going to be forced to realise, because it's going to end up like that. It's going to be a forced thing, and it's going to be do or because it's either going to be you accept this and you have me in your life the way I am, or you don't accept it and you lose me at some point. You need to find the courage and the bravery, and it does take time. I'm not saying, obviously, like, do it now, like, you're wrong. Absolutely not. It takes time to be able to do it. You need to find the courage and the bravery to stand up for yourself and say to them that it's not your life to make the decision. This is my life. If you don't like it, that it's sad, because you're my parents and I want you to support me, but I can't have you aiding the negativity towards it because that's not helping me. If this is something that you want or you need. I've missed some comments, I'm so sorry. They agree that I live under their roof, so their house, their rules. I mean, is it possible for you to move out? I'd be like, all right, see you later. I just wanted to say, hang on, you helped me understand what my brother is going through with his journey, thank you. Oh. I just wanted to say you're incredible and true inspirational person and totally Unfiltered. Gotta be unfiltered. Gotta be unfiltered. It's so emotional. It is emotional. Amanda, thank you for the heart, me. Evening, Becky. It must be so painful, but liberating. It is. I think liberating is a good way to put it. Work on it. So, I'm now going to put a question forward to you, Carissa. If you were to move out of the family home, we'll say, with your parents, out under their roof, would they still have the same look on it? Would it be like, oh, well, you're no longer under our roof anymore, so you can do what you want, and we'll accept it anyway? Or is this going to be a case of, if you do this, then, like, we forbid it type thing? Hannah, thank you so much for the roses. Hey, Josie, you crept in there. What is a social transition? A social transition is the transition, this is what I class it as. A social transition is the transition period before starting a medical transition. And some disagree with me, a lot agree with me, that I don't class people as transgender until they have started a medical transition. They just said no because I lived under their roof, even though I paid the setup fee with Gender GP. So it's literally just because you live under their roof. Strange, isn't it? Leeson, is it? Thank you for the roses. Good evening, good sir. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Clary Bear, how are you? Think so. So you're working on obviously getting out from under their roof. It's so hard work. It's hard work having these older fashioned parents. My parents are the same, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there are people still in the world who think that it's like a sin or that it doesn't exist and want to push so much shit onto you, even though it's got nothing to do with them. They don't have to go through it. They don't have... you know what? I'm going to put it as bluntly as I can. They don't have to feel the pain of how it feels being trapped in a body that you're not meant to be in. And for those of... Obviously, their response is, well, gender dysphoria isn't a real thing. But if you go to this same person and you said, okay, is depression a real thing? And chances are they'd be, yeah. Or they've had it. Or they know someone who's had it. So why is it that depression can be a real thing but gender dysphoria cannot be a real thing? Why is that the argument? I'm applying some holidays or a night. Oh, don't we all know it? Also because of Elf Bar, people use that as an insult towards me and call you Elf. Who's calling you Elf? That is a fucking insult and all. I'd have to slap them sideways. Absolutely not. Jenny, thank you for the rose. I know it's not quite the same. My parents were old-fashioned. My nephew is ASD. It's walking them up. It doesn't take a lot to wake people up, but there are some people who will dig their fucking heels in. My parents don't believe in depression. My mum didn't believe in depression till COVID. You know, when we all went absolutely mental in our own homes. I agree with you. Until you started it medically, you're not transgender, you're a transvestite. I think there are so many people who want to push the thing of like, I grew my hair out so I'm trans. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. You need to want it, you need to need it, you need to put yourself through it, despite how much it hurts. You know, and I'll tell you what, as well, about all this new age shit, as genuine trans people, we don't want to be called transgender. We do it. I do it for the purpose of this, but we don't want to be called transgender. We just want to be man or woman. Do you know what I mean? Pedro Pascal vibes. Are you joking? That's the guy that everyone fancies. Absolutely not. I do not know nothing like him. People annoy me when they're like Elf Bar and label themselves as things they know nothing about. Elf Bar's ruined it for a lot of people. My dad doesn't believe in depression, bipolar. Oh my God, that hard for me with bipolar. So you suffer from bipolar, but your dad don't believe in it? My brother with ADHD. There is being trans and there is being someone who just dresses like some people I see on TikTok. There is a definitive difference. Oh my god, you do. Do what? Nah, you look like Hawkeye. Hawkeye, I get. I do look a little bit like Hawkeye. Or Jeremy Renner, as you want to call him.